Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back for game number 2. Let's get into the draft very quickly. These teams are not using any of their reserve time. This is the BTS Southeast Asia Cup, our first of 18 series, or cups rather, to come over the course of the BTS series. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Mr. Winter. And Winter, we are going to see, again, first departure on the Dire side, and again, getting that first overall pick Leshrac. So, pretty much an identical draft here to start things off.
Everything is the same. They ban the Disruptor, then they go for the Wyvern this time, which I think is still the same, sort of the same function. It's a very team fight focused support, but this support is much stronger at the lane, unlike Disruptor. But he doesn't provide the long range catch which we saw in game 1, Clockwork Rocket Flare, giving the vision and allowing Disruptor to glimpse like targets that are fleeing away. So this time FNATIC doesn't have such a strong catch, but they have Wyvern, which will solidify their lanes much better.
Yeah, so it gives them a bit of a more defensive support here, but like you said, does sort out the lanes a bit more. And if it does go later and it's even, they've got a great solution for BKBs now between him and even that Clockwork to try and force them out nice and early. So first departure, third pick. Did they change things up here? The PL's banned again. We saw them try to go for a or consider going for a Huskar, but FNATIC banned it 5th.
I think you want to go, if you want to go for Huskar, you go for it in the 4th pick. There's no other way. If you go for it at the 5th pick and you clearly have a lineup, or the opponent clearly has a lineup that's weak against Huskar, there's no way you're getting it in the last phase. So they're going to do a very similar start. I think the Witch Doctor is fine. It's just that I think the last game, right, the Earthshaker didn't allow them to play very aggressive because Earthshaker is much more defensive. I think they needed to win their lanes much more the last game because they didn't have a traditional carry. They had Lash plus Queen of Pain as their double core. And one of the advantages of having a Lash is you want to have a safe lane that does a lot of physical damage, maybe like an AM, so that you can have a very strong dual carry. So maybe that's what FD might want to go for this game instead of the last game where they went for lane dominance with Queen and Lash, but it didn't really work out for them.
Yeah, they definitely could, and it's FNATIC so far, only the Wyvern for your reliable lockdown, so I guess that's where the Shadow Fiend kind of deterred them a bit from an anti-mage, just because, well, they're going to go for it again.
Yeah,
because he's a good man fighter. But here's the wild card, Winter.
This is the pick where I said in the first game they should have gone for the Huskar, because if you don't go for the pick here, you are not going to get it in the last pick, because they just ban it. So definitely Alvin is learning from the first game very quickly, learning and adapting, and I think the draft sequence, even though it might be the same, but he clearly identified the problem of what happened in the last game, picking the Earthshaker too early, even though it was Earthshaker plus Lash. But Earthshaker put them in a very defensive position where they needed to be aggressive. So right now, not having the Shaker and replacing the Shaker by having the Huskar is giving them much more options. So this is the typical, you pick Huskar and you ban AA right away. And let's see, what other supports are really good against Huskar right now? There is Bane. Bane is fairly good against Huskar. But I think my favorite support against Huskar is probably Enchantress. I think Enchantress is really good.
Oh, with the impetus.
And
untouchable, really, actually. Very good
he
against
can really
Huskar.
hit you. He can't really hit you, so it's really good. But FNATIC are not a team that runs jungling heroes, I know, for sure. So that's definitely out of the question.
No extinct any longer. Sad to say.
He's extinct.
Extinct is extinct. That's right.
Reserve time.
So apart from the Bane, what other options that are really good against Huskar? Lion is definitely not good against Huskar, but I don't know, it's one of their comfort heroes. They might still go for it. If you talk about support, there's not many that are good against Huskar. Lina support is gone, so they
Spirit
have,
Breaker gives you some lockdown at least, but they already have the Clockwork, so
Spirit Breaker is on FD anyway, so we don't have. It's not really good against Huskar, I think. Supports that are good against Huskar are not many, I can tell you. Lina, AA, and...
You know who's great against Huskar, Winter?
What else is missing?
Techies.
I can actually agree with you on that matter.
That's so much physical damage, but
yeah,
I don't think we'll see the Techies.
It's tough though. There's no pick that is good.
I mean, there's a lot of cores that are good against him, right? But as far as supports, there's not all that many.
They're still going to go back for the Lion because it's just there's no clear good pick here for them, and Lion is their comfort pick. So they basically have the same draft apart from the Disruptor. I think Wyvern in this draft is not as strong as the Disruptor because they are Drop has more synergy with the Disruptor, with the Clockwork. Wyvern is more set up for... It could still work, but it's more set up for the Gyro and the SF to do their thing in the team fight. You just start with a Curse and Gyro and Shadowfiend just lay on them with the Requiem and the Call Down. But then again, it's all spell damage right against Huskar.
And it's a
This
tree.
This is a classic Overgrowth plus look at it go combo.
Interesting.
So the reasoning might be because they want to allow the Huskar to play super aggressive, right? With the living armor. And against Shadowfiend, that's magnificent in the early stages of the game. And what else will the Triumph provide you? He's going to provide you with scouting information. I think against SF, that is super valuable because you can Nature's Guys into the jungle and place a ward, which what they did in the last game, right? But it was the right idea, but it got them killed because they overextended. So with the Triumph Protector, you can actually proceed to do the same plan, but with less risk than what you did in the first game because you're able to run in Invis rather than walking the two supports into the jungle to place the wards, right? So
yeah, and I guess it gives you a way to cancel the Requiem from being channeled if you're next to him, but...
Oh, yeah. That's something I don't really think about too much with Triumph.
But then you have to run next to him, and it'll remain to be seen if Lubby can get away with that.
Or you can blink next to him. Aha.
Yeah, if you can farm a blink. The last few times I've seen Shri, he is just disgustingly poor.
I think he's always the same as the trees on the map. Apart from being...
Do you miss that, like, that short week or two where everyone was picking Tree and going Ags in the European scene?
No, I don't miss that. I think that's totally... That's
Okay.
so imbalanced.
Uh-oh, why is chat picnicking?
Because XSplit crashed.
No, but they're 2 minutes behind. Okay. I just want to make sure the stream is still up, but it seems like it's okay. All right, folks, welcome to game number 2. This is a best-of-5 showdown. First departure, taking on FNATIC. FNATIC lead 1-0, and the winner of this series walks away with $5,000 for their time and trouble. Loser, they get a $3,000. Still a pretty nice chunk of change here in Southeast Asia. DJ, or Chrissy, will be your offlane clockwork for Team FNATIC, Ohio. On the Wyvern this time around, Mushi again reprising his role as the Shadow Fiend. Black will take over the Gyrocopter, and that does leave Net on the Lion. And as for the Dire side, you've got the Miracle Huskar, the Kai Witch Doctor, the Call or Hana Spirit Breaker. Feels like he's been playing this one an awful lot lately. Lubby with 7 Tangos on the Triumph Protector, and Fixers will be the Leshrac.
They made an interesting adjustment as well.
This tree's a cannibal.
Ah, cannibal. Okay, so they made an interesting adjustment. They didn't TP to the lanes this time because they felt like FD might actually do the same, so they didn't want to do it. And in the end of the day, both of the teams didn't TP out to the lanes to scout the wards. So a bit of mind game there from 2 of the teams trying to adjust and make every game different.
Well, there's 5 of them potentially, so lots of opportunities to change things up from game to game. This game, it will be the Miracle Huskar. Has been the engine for some impressive victories. And
Huskar versus SF.
I guess the difference this game is you've got a Leshrac as the other main core winter, whereas the first time that the last few times we saw it, they had the Fixers PL, so they had a hard carry that was getting space.
They knew that the Huskar plays a lot, but they couldn't find it. He placed a sentry at the middle, but Huskar actually placed it towards more towards to the left-hand side. He just needed... You basically just need high ground vision. It's same as Leshrac. You want high ground vision so your lightning will bounce and wreck the target. In this case, it would be his Burning Spears, allowing him to spam his Burning Spears more frequently.
He's still only level 1 here, though. Mushi's really taking advantage of that. CSing more confidently and getting more aggressive in the lane. You do see Ohio doing jungle things. It looks like got the first stack going at the big camp. They dropped down a sentry.
They changed the ward position. He didn't find the D ward because they changed it more to the left. You know, the last game they placed it here. Here. Oh shit, I can't draw. Oh, can you see it on the map?
Yeah, the one up on the ramp,
yeah,
right?
A little bit to the right. So they thought he would be placing the same ward, and he placed it more to the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he ends up not getting it in the end. Unfortunate.
And this is like a very classic sentry position, right? Because sometimes teams would place it on the right-hand side, the ward on the lane, So you want to cover both ends and you place it in the middle. But this time around, they just place it more to the left, so the sentry doesn't land. This is just.
Oh,
really
you were talking
smart.
about bottom. I was looking at mid, where the FNATIC are also going to miss on their
Yeah,
own sentry.
I'm talking about the bottom ward, which they change up the position.
Kind of a different ward position here as well from over in the mid lane from first departure. They're going to secure Mushi's farm. Bottle's already inbound. Miracle not having that dominant start that a Huskar would like to. Only 2 CS as well.
Yeah,
This is the one thing with Huskar. He's not really the best last hitting hero early on, especially if you're getting harassed and you don't want to drop low.
I think you want to focus on harassing. And the other thing that happened as well, because the Wyvern came to the lane to drop the Arctic Burn twice, that's something that you cannot underestimate at all. It's a super good harass at the start. It changes the lane, the balance of the lane in mid a lot if you drop twice on the opposing mid hero. So I think that actually helped the SF secure his lane a lot. Even though we talk about Huskar having the living armor, but Arctic Burn did way more damage than
Charge
the
bottom. Net does have a stun available, and he will find Hana just seconds before the charge completed. Well done there. Now turning on to Kai a bit. They do have a Hex ready, but not a whole lot of damage to follow that up. And well, maybe this will even things out in the mid lane, Winter. There is now a double damager and up a Miracle. And don't forget, this guy's got living armor. Only level 1 so far. But he's playing a lot more confident in the mid lane, and Mushi's baiting him a bit. Miracle's just going to commit for this. He's going all in on the first blood. He won't get it. Mushi ticks down to the burning spears, but I guess at that point he realized he was committed.
He went 1 second too soon though. The living armor was like still on cooldown. I think what he wanted to do was living armor. He was expecting the living armor to come out, but it was still on cooldown. Then maybe if he gets the kill before he dies, then yes, it's worth it now.
You know, if he had the living armor, I think he does get the kill first. That was like a second.
He expected the living armor to come off cooldown, but it was still on cooldown for 1 or 2 seconds. So that was a bit of miscalculation for... I mean, it was the right idea, but just miscalculated the cooldown on the living armor.
This is what a Shadow Fiend needs, is that early kill, and now already a triple stack.
Yeah, and you can see the difference between this game and the first game, right, LD? The first game they had a disruptor, and the Wyvern is clearly making a difference to the middle lane. This is the benefit of having that hero on your team. But it, however, would take away a lot of their team fight damage, but it's already paying off for the team, giving the SF a much easier time in the laning phase, whereas in the first game, he struggled a little in the laning phase against the Lash.
And you can see Mushi's already carrying a TP here, so even if he drops low, as long as the TP's on a cooldown, very tough for this Huskar to get a solo kill.
Yeah, it's the same type of concept you have in mind against a Bloodseeker and a Huskar.
I was just, as you started talking, I'm like, yeah, that's the exact same thing as what you do versus Bloodseeker.
Yeah, you TP right away.
They are charging on the net. Again, he cancels the charge. The cask just a bit late there.
The cask was a bit late, yeah. If they time it, maybe they still get the kill. But it's difficult though. They had to be very lucky with the bashes to get that kill.
Things are looking real good for FNATIC early on. They get the first blood. They've got the neutrals now being farmed by Mushi. Mid lane given over to Ohio, who needs that experience.
Guess what?
And they're farming well too.
Cloudwell has more CS than the Huskar.
That doesn't feel very good.
And that's the result of having a Treant Protector in the lane. Because he's not very good at zoning a Cloudwell. Cloudwell is just really good at dealing with a melee support in general.
They now catch him out. Lubby trying to engage on the Chrissy here. They will get the Leshrac nuke, but he gets pushed back by the Cogs anyway.
Oh my god.
And that's going to let him escape.
That was really crucial. He got that push off. Because otherwise the Lash would have been able to follow up and get the split off. And that was a dead Cloudwell there.
Miracle now has the Belt of Giant Strength. He is getting aggressive mid lane. Dunk also available. Is he going to dive for the tower? It looks like he wants to.
Yeah, he will. Because the mentality of the Huskar versus SF lane is you're not going to outfarm him. You have to try and kill him. And that's the supports are there for.
He runs in, but it's into 3 heroes. Miracle getting nuked down. It's only a level 2 Berserker's blood. So those raises still pack a big punch.
Yeah, and the armor was on cooldown again, actually. Or did he actually cast it on him? I didn't see. But armor was definitely on cooldown.
This is really bad. They're getting outfarmed in the safe lane. They're losing mid. The off lane even doing better. They need something from Hana, it looks like. He's going to try to charge on mid, but Mushi's Sitting fairly far back here. Oh, no, he may get caught out. Still, it's such a big commitment. And where's the damage going to come from? Certainly not the Witch Doctor's level 3. It's not coming at all. They'll just walk away.
I think both games I have to highlight, FNATIC have very good vision against the Spirit Breaker. You know, you have to... The ward just expired.
Yes.
So they had 2 wards that scout.
Yeah, last game they had one here, and I think like there was one up here.
Well. This game they have one here at the same place and one here. So it scouts the Spirit Breaker charge from left and right. So it's really good coverage for the SF.
Yeah, they've done a great job of keeping eyes on him and farming Mushi. Of course, Black, the easy AFK farm life for him is certainly enjoyed. As he goes now for the Quelling Blade once again. Just always this Quelling Blade Dominator build from Black. We haven't seen any deviation really on his gyro.
He certainly knows which build is the most efficient in farming, and Miracle is definitely going to try for this right now.
They get a lane ward down here, and they are committing with the charge, getting the initial bash on Mushi. Now going to dunk him and commit here with the Flaming Spears, but the turnaround comes. Black was ready for this, pounding into Call as well as Miracle. They won't even get the Mushi kill yet. He burns down to the Spears. And Kai gets some experience out of that one. Still caught by a hook shot. Battery Assault coming through. Hasted Clock. Oh, he does get him with that last Battery Assault. And 3 dead in the end. A massacre mid.
They got all the wards down though. That's at least good news for them.
Oh, and
that's
the D-ward missed.
Yeah, this game has really been a lot about the warding though. Both teams have been doing a lot of homework and placing wards, trying to counter ward. A lot of the game revolves around the vision though. When you play a hero like Spirit Breaker, you want to be able to see and identify targets moving around the map.
Ohio is going to ward up the Roshan pit. And now moves, flaps over and up the cliff. Yep, just scoots his way in with the Arctic Burn. So he'll get back to safety. 8-minute we're going to spawn soon. And Black starts moving into the jungle now. Has the cooldown available. He's going to do another stack, making this a triple. They are just abusing the crap out of this jungle, Winter. Stacks. Stacks. With a little stack on top. They will charge onto Mushi here. Call almost getting caught up on that high ground, but it's not really going to accomplish a thing. He gets raised into submission. Just free kills piling up for FNATIC.
Yeah, they kind of expected the SF to be alone there. So it was really a risky play at the end of the day, because Gyro is going to be... When you don't see the Gyro in the lane, he's going to be farming around the woods, right? So it's a very risky proposition to go for that kill. I think right now they just need to wait for the Huskar to get his armlet though. Then he's going to be a lot stronger, and that's when they should try to get like aggression going once more. And Clockwork currently hunting the support.
Oh, he hooks in top. Tree's not really here to protect Fixers. Is Chrissy going to find that solo kill? No! Scurries out of the cogs. Good reaction from Fixers. Not panicking, just breaking it and opening it and running away. Almost died there.
The armor actually saved him as well. The Tria managed to cast the armor on him. Right
you say end. Managed, like it's like some Herculean effort.
Okay,
have the armor! There you go.
It's like he's at the gym.
This is where we need the soundboard so we can hit the WoW button. He's got living armor. He's going to use it. Wow. We're moving in onto mid now slowly. Now Miracle. Mushi getting into position for this one. Miracle does not even have close to the max Berserker's Blood. Only level 2, but the heal will keep him alive. Very different build.
That is strange. Huh.
What do you think the reason for this build is?
Just one more heal, I guess. But I don't know. I don't play the hero too much to know how big of a difference it is between a level 1. I mean, I can only look at the numbers on the spell, and it doesn't feel that it only matters a lot when you're hurt, right? Because it goes up from 20 to 40%. So essentially, it's double when you're low on HP, the heal.
FNATIC are smoking. Oh, it just barely doesn't break. Everything just slightly going their ways. They will find Fixers. Finger insta-kill from Net. Just brings him down solo with the raise coming out, but pretty much had the job done on his own. Mushi going for the swag raises on an invis hero, but Lubby will dodge them and narrowly escapes. Seems like the Miracle Armlet is got to be the turnaround item, Winter, because I'm not sure where else it comes from. Your Leshrax dying. Spirit Breaker can't get anything going.
And this clock is going to scout another kill here.
He gets charged. Has the cogs, though. That will cancel the charge. Just a tough game for Call. Now Now the slow coming out. Has the hook to escape. Oh, a miss. Then TP's out. Where's that bash? 17%. 17%. Not going to happen. You know, you mentioned how great these wards are midwinter, but they really haven't done anything. Like, they haven't gotten kills. They haven't gotten the tower pushed top elsewhere. It hasn't really helped them in the end in terms of objectives.
Yeah, they're focusing a lot on... I agree, they're focusing a lot on having vision on the SF, but SF is not even using the jungle too much. He's been moving around, being very aggressive. And talk about
maybe the ward will pay off. Oh, Miracle was looking for the dunk here.
He actually casted the dunk, and he has armlet, so this is his time to shine.
And Mushi didn't have a TP. That was a kill. Oh, that hurts now. He gets off the heel, trying to turn with the armlet. Ohio's going to be forced back a bit. Doesn't want to get caught under the tower here. There is a Winter's Curse available. Got to be careful, Miracle. He will back up.
It's a pretty good counter against Huskar though, because if you should just use it at the last, like during the last drop, before he's going to armlet toggle and you lock him down. It's a really good counter to him.
Shadow Blade Mushi. Oh, he's going for the Silver Edge here.
Yeah, the Silver Edge is good here. And it's gonna allow him to pick off the Witch Doctor a lot. So I think, and Lashrock isn't gonna build an early BKB, so it's gonna be able to use it. He has level 2.
Can he actually get a charge? Yes, you betcha! Nails Ohio with it. Now the Nether Strike follows. Trying to finish him up. Oh, Maledict is enough. The Requiem deletes the Cal from the game, though. Turns him right into hamburgers as Miracle hunts. He tries to armlet toggle, can't make it out. That last roll of Rocket Barrage kills him off, and well, 2 for 1, only for a support. Not the fight that First Departure we're looking for.
Yeah, he needs his levels though. I think with 4 Berserker's Blood, he might actually be able to be a monster in that fight. They killed him with, like you mentioned, the Rocket Barrage, so that was not good for the Huskar.
It really doesn't seem like this... I don't know what they do. I mean, what is your plan at this point with the Huskar unable to get Snowball? The Spear Breaker, every charge has been cancelled except for that one. Your Leshrak's not even farmed. I mean, what's the game plan here if you're the captain of First Departure, Winter? What do you do?
You just need to keep running into them. That's all.
Dunk goes on to Mushi. Doesn't have the Shadow Blade for 5 seconds. In a bit of danger here. Miracle can get like 3-4 more spears off. Would be enough. May burn down. This is going to be fairly close. Does pop the bottle charge. The cow will find him and answers. And elsewhere, Net getting off the finger. Will bring down the Witch Doctor. Miracle, though, large and in charge. He's got a dunk available, but doesn't have the range. Those cogs doing so much work. Now the call down comes. Spearbreaker will walk away. Look for the Miracle backstep, though. They do not have the Winter's Curse anymore. This is the time to go in deep with the Huskar. He's going to dunk first to start things off. Trying to put Chrissy under. They do have a stun. Follow-up damage for Rocket Barrage. Can he armlet toggle? No. They lose the Troll again. Feeling very balanced right now, this Huskar. And that is not what First Departure want to be showcasing.
He's not have enough levels yet, that's why.
It's still only the level 2 Berserker's Blood. That's really hurting him.
I know I've been like keep mentioning it a lot, but I think it's a very important aspect of the hero though. The hero needs...
Yeah, you mentioned level 10 is the key, but if you take these 2 points in Inner Vitality, then I mean, you need 11 or 12 even.
You don't get the second point in Life Break, so...
Oh, yeah, that's true. So then 11.
Because the second point in Life Break is not worth it. It doesn't change.
It's actually pretty terrible.
Yeah, if you look at how it scales, it doesn't improve too much apart from the slow 10% and 1 more second of the slow. The rest of the stuff is the same. So it's not worth getting an extra point in Life Break until you have nothing else to skill.
And he's not even maxing it. He's just leveling up the Vitality. I mean, maybe he sees the Mushi Shadow Blade and is like, I'm going to be dealing with the Silver Edge, so let's just level up the heal instead. I'm not sure, but this is definitely a different build.
This is weird, but I have not played the hero enough to say why he's doing it, so...
And it's definitely not an accident at this point, that much is clear.
Yeah, he's clearly prioritizing getting the Vitality more.
FNATIC on the smoke now, moving through the river, up towards the secret shop. Ohio's going to Arctic burn his way over the trees, gets the lane ward down. Very cute play here. And the sentry as well, just to make sure they're not scouted. And now they initiate. No finger available, but Fixer's getting caught up by the initial stun. The lead Black run on him with the Rocket Barrage, finishing him off. Mushi with the raise there. Has the Requiem available. Cask is a bouncing. The call down comes through onto 2. FNATIC cleaning house as Hana gets caught out. deleted again by the Requiem. Can they even get the net kill? No! 4 down. It's all up to Miracle now, but Chrissy's got a DD room. Can just auto-attack him, finish him off. They might even GG out Winter. This is a one-sided fight if I've ever seen one.
The Lash bought out for the fight, just to add more salt to the injury.
Oh, did he? Was that a dieback?
Yeah, he died back.
Oh my god. 6 heroes. That's brutal. GG any minute? I mean, look at the graph.
That was just such a good usage of the smoke, right? Every time you smoke, I think I said this a lot. You smoke, you want to place a ward before the fight starts, so you give vision, so you can find the perfect initiation to start the fight and choose the perfect target. So they basically had they did everything right. They got the perfect initiation. The curse was on 2 heroes, and they were able to blow everyone up. And Clockwork even waited for the Witch Doctor to, when he sees the Witch Doctor, he just knows that he's going for the supports. He got the Witch Doctor and the Treant Protector. So everyone just did their job perfectly. Support
play really has been the difference for FNATIC. I mean, Chrissy's been sensational in the offlane, but Ohio was no slouch there either. And you know, you talked about it a lot at TI when we would watch the games, Winter, that it felt like Kachik, Imba, and Johnny just weren't comfortable on support, weren't on the same page. It definitely is different with Ohio Net. The warding's been fantastic, the rotations have been on point, itemization's been good, they're securing their lanes, they're stacking the jungle. Like, they're the full package as a support duo right now, and it's just something that I don't know if any of the other SEA teams can match at this point.
That's why when you see supports like in the transfer windows, the supports are always the players that stay the same.
the fans will get more excited about like an Arteezy changing teams, but in a lot of ways it does feel like, you know, your PPDs or AUI 2000s end up being the more important grabs just because of how complex that support role can be.
It's about the relationship. I think I mentioned this a lot. You have to be really good friends and have a very good understanding with the two supports. It's not easy to get that with all the players, you know. That's why the teams are always constantly changing left and right to find that perfect balance.
Oh, now FNATIC are feeling very confident. They've got still... Oh, they actually just missed D-warding mid as well.
You know, the Sentry... How many times have we seen this in this game?
At some point, it's like, yeah, they're warding well, but First Departure is also getting a bit unlucky.
This is just... This is so painful because this ward actually gives away so much.
Oh, Mushi has the Silver Edge. Miracle. See ya. No chance of escape, even through the living armor. Finger will secure it. When you can finger a Huskar and it actually works, you know you're in trouble. Now they hook in a bit deeper. They're looking for Kai here as well. Chrissy will find him. And now the Winter's Curse tree starts punching his poor, pitiful Leshrac. 3 down. About to be 4. First Departure. FNATIC destroying them again. Not sure what they even do at this point. It feels very perfunctory now, Winter.
Yeah, I think I was quite right about my assumption on FD might not be able to utilize the Lash very well. Because
TI5 Grand Finals all over again.
Yeah, they're not really using the Lash very well.
I mean, part of it's the support play, too, but... Like, they're not... Like game 1, he didn't really get the 1v1, right? There was a lot of help from FNATIC, but...
Yeah, the last game, he actually, you know, he solo killed Mushi, right? On the SF, and then... It was just the later portion of the game, it didn't pan out so well because he kept getting hookshot and killed by the Clockwork. Both the games, the Clockwork had a very good start and he was a very huge problem to the Lashrock in both the games. So I think in the first game, more or less he did the early lanes very well, but the Clockwork shut him down after.
They are on the smoke. If this one backfires, they may just tap out.
If they don't get this, they
Charge is coming. Net gets up the Hex. Oh, a slap in the face. Take that, and now he goes back in with the Blink Dagger, getting off the stun. Miracle caught up by the Silver Edge, hooked as well. He can't life break to remove this. He's dead to start the fight. The Death Ward Triet ultimate just not mattering. Black takes the whole goddamn Death Ward. He's almost, it looks like he's healing through this. He's got so much armor, and there's the GG. First Departure find themselves very quickly down 2-0 in this best of 5. FNATIC, large and in charge.
There's still Larry David. I think we might be scheduled for an early day. 2 of the games they use.
Are you actually going to get to eat a real meal, Winter, instead of making do with what did you call it? Expired? No, not expired cereal. You overdue cereal.
Maybe
you might get to eat a real hot meal.
Yeah, maybe something better tonight because someone is buying me dinner. But at this rate, I think something has to change because Fnatic clearly identified the weakness of FD. They are not able to utilize the left shock very well, and they're just using the same strategy over and over again. I think the last
they really are. They're definitely. It feels like they need something different here, and I really love the PL bans especially. It's catching them off guard quite a bit. I feel like that was one of the key heroes for them the past few days.
I agree. The PL definitely was their best, if not the best hero they can play as a team. Even though Miracle was the one flashy, but the team knows how to play around the PL, right? So you still have to give them credit, and that is actually their strongest weapon. I'm just curious to see what else do they have. I don't know about the Naga though. It's been a long gone hero.
Yeah, I think it got. Oh yeah, the old Miracle Naga. Well, Winter, the viewers might fall asleep. So let's see. Maybe it'll be a resident sleeper kind of game coming your way next, guys. You are watching the BTS series. This is SEA Cup #1. Winner of this series walks away with $5,000. We'll see if FNATIC can make it a 3-0 sweep, or if First Departure will push it a bit farther to Game 4 after this.